Welcome to Conflict News 24 with daily updates on global conflicts. Firstly, Iran nuclear deal is about to be signed. Reportedly, two key issues have been resolved. The two key issues were obstacles to the finalization of this Iran-West Iran-US nuclear deal. Which were the two issues which have been resolved reportedly? Secondly, Ukraine today showed Russian weaponry. Russian heavy weapons are on display in Kiev, Ukrainian capital. In February this year, Russian forces tried to capture Kiev. Ukrainian capital. Russians did not succeed. They suffered losses. And now Ukraine is showing destroyed, captured Russian tanks, artillery pieces, APCs, some MLRS as well. We have a clip for you. And lastly, viewers, Ukraine once again hit Crimea a few hours ago. Headquarters of Russian Navy was hit in a drone attack. A kamikaze drone flew into this headquarters of Russian Navy in Crimea. How is that Ukraine is managing to hit Russian forces 200 kilometers behind front lines? How is that Ukrainian common drones, ordinary drones are managing to reach Crimea? Where are Russian air defense systems, expensive S-300, S-400 air defense systems? Why are they unable to engage these common drones? And if Crimea can be hit tomorrow, mainland Russian cities can also be hit. We have details for you. Firstly, viewers, progress has been made, tremendous progress has been made towards finalization of Iran nuclear deal. JCPOA is being revived in 2015. UN Security Council permanent members, Germany, US, EU countries signed an agreement with Iran. The agreement was named JCPOA. The agreement was aimed at stopping Iran from building nuclear bomb. Some restrictions, limits were imposed on Iran's capabilities of enriching uranium, installing new centrifuges, and on storing a stockpile of enriched uranium. Iran was in return offered economic assistance, and Iran's frozen funds were released back then. Then Trump government withdrew from this deal. The deal was signed in 2015, but in 2018 Trump government pulled out of this deal. Iran stopped giving access to International Atomic Energy Agency. Iran intensified its enrichment activities, and Iran, which was allowed to enrich uranium to 3.67%, crossed 20% mark, and reportedly now Iran is enriching uranium at around 60%. And for a nuclear bomb, you need around 90% enriched uranium. So a deal is about to be signed for 18 months since Democrats came to power in the US. Negotiations have been underway because in 2015 the deal was signed by Democrats with Iran. Then Republicans came and Trump pulled out of the deal. Once again, deal is being revived. We know that EU, US, Middle Eastern countries, including Muslim countries, Israel, all are against Iran's nuclear program. Iran says its nuclear program is for peaceful purposes. Now, two important issues have been resolved. Iran's first major concern was that if a new president is elected in the US and he decides to pull out of this deal like Trump did, what is going to be the penalty on the US? it has been now agreed that US will be held accountable. It will have to pay fines if it withdrew from this deal in future. Secondly, Iran was insisting that sanctions on its IRGC be lifted. Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, which is Iran's elite force, it is under sanctions. But reportedly, Iran has stepped back from its demand, and IRGC will remain under a sanction. So these two important obstacles have been crossed, and reportedly in coming days we could see signing of Iran US EU nuclear deal. Restrictions will be imposed on Iran's nuclear program. IAEA will have access to Iran's nuclear facilities. Iran's nuclear program will be frozen. Question is, has Iran made the bomb already? And will Iran show all its enriched uranium reserves to IAEA? Several questions. Because for Iran, nuclear program is of significance. In their private conversations, Iranians say that no matter what happens, they'll build the bomb. But here Iran is agreeing to this deal partly because Iran is under crippling sanctions, inflation all-time high, unemployment, food prices. So Iranian economy is under severe stress. Either Iran has been forced to sign this deal because of poor economic conditions, or it has done what it wanted to do, and now it can give limited access to its nuclear facilities to IAEA. Let's see what happens. North Korea is not stepping back. North Korea is not ready to negotiate on its nuclear program. It is under sanctions as well, but Iran has reportedly agreed to freeze its nuclear program. Secondly, viewers, Ukraine today showed captured, destroyed Russian weaponry. On the 24th of February, Russian forces attacked Ukraine. Their first target was Kiev, Ukrainian capital. From Belarus, they tried to enter Ukraine. They managed to enter Ukraine. They advanced towards Kiev. Then they conducted some airborne operations. Hundreds of Russian commandos, their troops, they managed to land at some air bases close to Kiev. Hostomel airfield airbase came under Russian control. From Hostomel, from the west, from the north, Russians tried to move towards Kiev, but they could not capture Kiev. Ukrainians fought in the outskirts of Kiev. Russians had to retreat from Kiev, and then they focused their attention on eastern Ukraine. In that offensive, Russians lost their weaponry. They suffered losses. Ukraine suffered losses too, but Russians as well. And now Ukraine is showing captured Russian weaponry. In Kiev, captured Russian weapons, heavy weapons are on display. On the 24th of August, Ukraine will celebrate its Independence Day. That is why these heavy weapons of Russian military are on display in the central part of Kiev, Ukrainian capital. Several destroyed, semi-destroyed Russian tanks can be seen. Some artillery pieces can be seen. APCs, several APCs can be seen. At least one MLRS can also be seen. Russian offensive to take Kiev failed. No doubt about that. Watch this video showing display of Russian captured, destroyed heavy weapons in Kiev, Ukrainian capital.
Бережно.
Thirdly, viewers, once again, a few hours ago, Ukrainian drones managed to reach 200 kilometers behind front lines to hit Crimea. A Russian Navy headquarters was hit in Crimea a few hours ago. We have a clip for you showing a drone crashing into Russian Navy's Black Sea Fleet headquarters in Sevastopol. Sevastopol is in Crimea. This is third Ukrainian attack 200 kilometers behind front lines on Crimea. Have a look at this map. On this map, you can see 4 places. First Ukrainian attack on Crimea was on Saki. You can see Saki. There is a Russian military base in Saki, and it was a drone strike or a missile strike. It's not clear, but Saki base was attacked a few days ago, and Russians suffered heavy losses. Several Russian jets were destroyed. Then came second attack. In that attack, you can see Simferopol. To the north of Simferopol, there is a Russian military base. Again, it was targeted. You can see Dzhankoi on this map. Dzhankoi was attacked. To the south of Dzhankoi, there are some Russian ammunition depots which were hit by Ukraine a few days ago. Now, this is third attack on Crimea in around 7 days. That Black Sea Fleet headquarters in Sevastopol was targeted in a drone strike. A question is, where are Russian air defense systems? Russia is known for having quality air defense systems, S-300, S-400. Are they deployed here? Yes. Russian military bases in Crimea would be protected by Russian S-300, S-400. Why is that these S-300, S-400 are unable to intercept, to engage these coming drones and missiles? What is happening there? This strike on Black Sea Fleet headquarters in Sevastopol was carried out by a common drone. It's not a very sophisticated kamikaze drone. It looks like an ordinary drone. Why is that Russian air defense systems, they could not intercept it? Well, either these Ukrainian drones are equipped with some electronic warfare systems which can jam the radars of Russian air defense systems, which can blind Russian air defense systems, or there are some electronic warfare systems operating 200, 300 kilometers away from Crimea. And these electronic warfare systems, or some planes in the air with electronic warfare capabilities, they are blinding Russian air defense systems on the ground. Their radars are being blinded. So that is how these drones, they easily penetrate Russian air defense systems. Crimea's airspace was easily penetrated, and this drone just flew into the target. It is a precise strike that the drone landed right on the office of Russian Navy. It has been confirmed by Russian government officials that Black Sea Fleet headquarters was attacked, though they say that the drone was intercepted by a Russian air defense system. Russian air defense system targeted it. The drone then landed. It just fell on target. It means that this drone was not intercepted. It flew into the target. It hit the target very precisely. If Crimea can be hit, it means that mainland Russia can be hit as well. It means Ukrainian missiles, Ukrainian drones can reach Russian territories as well. Question is, why is that Ukraine is not hitting Russian territories? It's because Ukraine is using NATO's weaponry, European weaponry, US weapons, and NATO, EU, US, they are against the use of their weapons by Ukraine on Russian territories. It could lead to direct escalation between Russia and NATO, Russia and US. But it seems that Ukraine is gradually showing that it has capability to hit mainland Russia as well. Could there be a scenario in future that if the balance of power tips in favor of Ukraine, can Ukraine hit Russian territories in future? Can it happen? Let's see if this war goes on, if Russians are unable to advance, and if Ukraine gets momentum somehow to push back Russian forces, you could see Russian territories under attack. Thanks for watching. Watch two videos. First one shows this drone, which kamikaze drone, which flew into Russian Black Sea Fleet headquarters in Sevastopol, Crimea. Second video shows large number of vehicles leaving Sevastopol. People are fleeing Crimea. They know that Crimea is now an easy target for Ukrainian drones and missiles. They are fleeing Crimea towards Russian territories. Watch these two clips. Thanks for watching.